You think it's money, right? The flashy car, the designer watch, the private jet fantasy. That's what everyone says a woman wants. But what if I told you that what women really crave, what truly pulls them in on a level they can't even explain, is something far deeper? What if I told you she'll chase a man with presence harder than one with power? She'll dream about a man with mystery longer than one with a mansion. And she'll stay up thinking about a man who makes her feel seen more than one who buys her a seat in first class. In this video, we're diving into the 6 things women secretly love more than money. And it's not what you think. We're stripping back the lies, burning through the surface-level seduction tips, and tapping into the raw psychology of attraction. No fluff, no gimmicks, just truth. And if you can understand these things, you won't just attract her, you'll haunt her in the best way. Let's get into it. Sign 1. The power of presence. Why attention is a currency women crave more than cash. You can flash a Rolex, pull up in a Ferrari, flex your wallet like it's a weapon. But here's the kicker. If your mind isn't in the room, you might as well be a ghost, because women don't just want you to be there. They want you to be present. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a man sitting across from a woman on a date. His phone buzzes. He checks it. She's talking about her day. He's nodding, but his eyes are glazed. He's physically there, but mentally lost in space. He could have the bank account of Bezos and the confidence of Clooney, but to her, he's not worth a second date. Now contrast that with another man. He leans in when she speaks. He asks questions that dive beneath the surface. He notices the way her voice cracks when she talks about her childhood dog. He sees her. That man, he doesn't need millions in the bank, because his attention is wealth. His presence, addictive. Here's what most guys miss. Presence is power. And not just any power, it's the kind that's felt in silence. When a woman talks and you don't just listen, but you understand, when you look at her like you're not in a rush to escape, because there's nowhere else you'd rather be. Money can buy you a seat at the table, but presence? That's what makes her stay. It's primal, it's psychological, it's stoic. The world is noisy, most men are scattered. But a man who can slow time with his gaze, with his stillness, that's rare, and rare always wins. Sign 2. Emotional mastery, the dangerous allure of the man she can't shake. Ever notice how women remember the guys who don't get emotional, not in a cold, distant way, but in a composed, unshakable way? That's not indifference, that's emotional mastery, and it's more attractive than any high-rise condo in Manhattan. Here's the truth women rarely say out loud. They're drawn to men who are centered, men who don't react like children when things get tense, men who aren't ruled by impulse or drama or ego. Why? Because in a world where chaos is the norm, a calm man is a fortress. Think of it like this. She's watching how you respond under pressure. A rude waiter, a disagreement, a bad day. Do you lose it? Do you sulk, rage, complain? Or do you breathe, pause, and handle things with steel in your spine? That's stoic. That's high value. That's unforgettable. It's not that women don't like emotional men. They do, but they crave a man who's mastered his emotions, not one who's mastered by them. The ones who can stay composed while the room burns, those are the ones who leave a mark. Because emotional mastery signals more than maturity. It screams, I don't need control over you, I have control over myself. And that's more valuable than any bank balance. Sign 3. Purpose, the sexiest obsession she can't compete with. Here's a truth most men fear. If a woman knows she can be your entire world, she'll lose interest. She wants to matter, yes, but she doesn't want to be your mission. You know what's hotter than candlelit dinners and six-pack abs? A man so obsessed with his purpose, he can't be distracted by anything, even her. That doesn't mean you ignore her. It means you're not moved by temptation, by shiny objects, by emotional games. You have a North Star, and your eyes are locked on it. Let me hit you with a quote. A man without a mission is like a ship without a sail, at the mercy of every wave. Women feel that. They can tell if your life revolves around them, or if you've got a deeper calling. And when you do, they admire it. They chase it. They compete with it, even if they never admit it out loud. Because a man on a mission, that's the purest masculine energy there is. He's not needy. He's not overinvested. He's not desperate to impress. He moves with purpose, and women melt for that. Money? It fades. But purpose gets under her skin and stays there. Sign 4. Discipline. The hidden aphrodisiac no one talks about. Now this one right here, it flies under the radar. But if you ask women what truly makes a man attractive long-term, they'll say discipline every single time. Why? Because discipline is trust in action. A man who sticks to his word, who wakes up early, trains when he's tired, works when it's hard. He's showing her something no flashy gift ever could. I can handle pressure. I can protect. I can provide. And I won't fold. That's not just attractive. That's primal. Discipline means you don't let your vices run your life. You're not a slave to your phone, to alcohol, to lust, to chaos. You command yourself. And when a woman sees that, when she sees a man who says no to temptation, yes to his standards, and doesn't flinch under discomfort, she respects you, then desires you, then dreams about you, because a disciplined man is rare, and rarity breeds obsession. So forget showing off, forget throwing cash around. Show her your habits, show her your grind, show her the quiet consistency of a man who doesn't need applause to stay focused. Discipline is the one thing that silently screams, "You can count on me," even when it's hard. And that, my friend, is hotter than anything money could ever buy. Sign 5. Mystery, the silent spell she can't break. Let me tell you something that might sound insane. A woman will chase the man she doesn't fully understand, long after she forgets the man who gave her everything too easily. Why? Because certainty is boring. Predictability, that's comfort food, but it doesn't make the heart race. Mystery does. Let me explain. You ever meet someone and think, there's something about them, but I can't put my finger on it? That's the spell of mystery. And when a man learns to use it, it's like crack for female attraction. Women aren't trying to date a puzzle, no. They're drawn to depth, layers that reveal themselves slowly. It's why she'll stalk his Instagram. It's why she'll replay his words in her head, wondering what he meant. It's why she'll text her best friend at 2 a.m. saying, "He's different. I can't figure him out." You know what that is? Power. Not manipulative power, but magnetic power. Power rooted in the Stoic concept of restraint. You see, mystery isn't about lying or being distant. It's about having a life so full that she's only seeing 20% of it. It's about not oversharing. It's about answering a question and making her think about the answer long after you're gone. Mystery whispers, "There's more to me, but only if you're worth it." That whisper, it's louder than a shout. Most men are desperate to prove themselves. High-value men, they let women wonder. And when she wonders, she obsesses, because mystery turns you from a man into a story. And women fall for stories far faster than they fall for bank statements. Sign 6. Integrity, the hidden heat of a man who actually means what he says. Here's the twist that breaks most dudes' brains. Women are more attracted to a man who holds his word than a man who holds a black card. Because you can't fake integrity. You can't buy it, rent it, or post it on Instagram. It lives in the tiny moments, the everyday decisions, the uncomfortable truths. A man with integrity is dangerous in the best way, because the world can't bend him, and neither can she. Here's what integrity looks like. When you say you'll call, you call. When you say you'll show up, you show up. When she pushes your boundaries, and you hold the line, not to control her, but to respect yourself. And let me be clear, integrity doesn't mean you're perfect. It means you're anchored. It means when the world's shifting and everyone's playing games, you don't. You stay the course. That kind of man is a lighthouse. He's stable, reliable, not in a boring way, but in a way that makes women feel safe enough to surrender their feminine side. Because here's the secret most guys never hear. A woman cannot fully relax into her feminine energy until she fully trusts your masculine core, and nothing screams, "Trust me," more than integrity. It's not flashy, it's not sexy on the surface, but deep down, it's the thing she remembers when she's deciding if you're worth keeping. It's the thing she feels when your back is turned and she still knows you're loyal. It's the thing that makes her say, "I don't know why, but I feel safe with him." Money buys her things. Integrity builds a space she wants to bring herself into. And in the long game, that's how you win. So let's come back to the truth. Money fades. Looks fade. The hype, it never lasts. But presence, that stays in her mind. Purpose, that echoes in her heart. Discipline, mystery, and integrity. That's the stuff that lingers in her bones. So if this hit home, if it sparked something deep inside you, if you're done playing the game and ready to master the silence, the presence, the power, hit that subscribe button, join the tribe, and let's keep becoming the man they don't see coming, but can never forget. Because this isn't about pretending. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to impress anyone. Let her chase the noise. You become the signal. See you in the next one.